Merit Management Association is a professional non-profit body affiliated to All India Management Association with the aim to promote scientific management in industry and trade. It also undertakes training and consultancy to improve managerial effectiveness and competitiveness of its members. Merit Management Association, formed in 1966, is registered under the Societies Registration Act 1860. The founder members of the association were Sri K.N. Mohan, Managing Director, Mohan Meekins Breweries, Sri Sultan Singh Jain, Managing Director, Saru Smelting, and Sri R. Sahai, General Manager, Dorala Sugar Works.
Now I request Dr. Devendra Kumar Arora to highlight us on the topic. Along with it, I request Dr. Arora to let me know how artificial intelligence will incorporate with the education system. Do you believe that coming future or down the line, 6 months or a year or two, we probably will have virtual teachers also? What do you think? I would like to have your views on the same and about the topic as well. So here for Dr. Devendra.
It's billions of thanks to everyone and welcome all dignities on this session. And I wish to convey my big thanks to Dr. Poonam. She reduced my so many topics. I am so happy. so many things you clear in a very well manner and very sophisticated and soft manner. Yeah, it is really worried for the parents, for the youth who are doing professional courses because they took admission hope of tears of their parents, and those are in a final year. They see the tears of happiness. You see one in any convocation, then parents comes, they saw our kids got a degree and they fly their cap, then plenty of happiness was there. But now scenario is totally changed. So it's true, ultimate true, that little bit panic. But we all academician, not only in India, all around the world, and not only academician, but also so many executive, so many companies, corporate, apex organization of India like FICCI, CII, AICT, UGC, and Ministry of HRD, they set the separate cells there. So plenty of opportunities they bring for the youth of India and abroad. This is the right time you can relax your veins, because in Gita, Krishna always told, either you are in so happiness, must control and relax your veins. If situation is beyond control, then you must relax. So ultimately, relax when able to take our right decision. There's so many factors and figures and future features of the program education system is cleared by the Dr. Poonam. I will be highlighted what are the other prosperity comes to India for youth. One thing, medical instrumentation will get the big market for the innovative engineers. You saw so many colleges, schools, they develop the tunnel of sanitization. You see the drastic change. Before that, when we went in the any wedding, marriage, then there's some flower thrown us, then gulab jal thrown us. So now the sanitization water will thrown us for the sanitize to each and everyone. Plenty of style of mask will be introduced by the different fashion designer, and truly now it's become the value of brain, features, man, and your typically behavior, no beauty, because it will be covered now. If in fact goes for the, it's time to, we have to out from the stress. Only stress-free people can take up prudent decisions. So stress, Dr. Poonam is already a psychologist. She already told the yoga about, see, the time is now reverse engineering style. I saw so many mature and decent people are in this session, age of 40, 45, and you might remember the concept of distance learning in India was 5,000 years ago. It is not new for India. And everybody knows the concept of Eklavya knowledge. So this is the time for each and every youth, they become a Eklavya. Eklavya means he did his self-practice, self-study, and he gave the result to his Guru Drona. Might be what happened different, it's a different story. But yeah, it is a time for each and everyone become a Eklavya, because everyone is Arjuna now. They pay the fees to the colleges and learn in a very sophisticated manners. And again, I am sharing the most of things. They have to be happy what they have their available resources. If we are happy with our available resources, then we can go for the think for the different things. Add on the Dr. Poonam, there is a plenty of auditorium in the campus. Yes, we have to invite some of the students on the alternative days. Might be this take in the Monday, Thursday and Friday. The off classroom classes. Off classroom classes will take a shape. The lab will take a shape. Now the open ground teaching will be start with the maintain of the social distance. Plenty of discussion is going on in AICT, UGC to make the each and every technology should be a user friendly. We will organize by the women, those never use properly phone, but they organize their kitty party on the Zoom. So it is a drastic change. We have a topic, the paradigm shift. जब कबूतरों से चिट्ठी जाती थी, and today we send the SMS. So this change comes within 500 years, but now you see its change come in the 2020. So what is going very fast, and we need to be changed. And there's a one word, change. Before the change, we can get a success. Change, with the change, we can survive. So this is the right time. Don't be panic. We maintain our health, and which is very important, which is our first priority, health. And we can go for the other things which I noted some of the point. Do all ethical work which we are not able to do in the past. Today we have plenty of time. Just before March, we told I don't have a time. Now we have a time. Earlier we don't have a time, money disturb our energy, they reduce our energy. Today we have time to save our energy, because anyone from home to office, that is totally unproductive hours. Might be we people, we have a driver with us, we can make it productive, but not everyone. So buses, it will save the time of, and this time student can be saved to develop their skill. There's a unlock your skill and update your skill. MHRD opened up plenty of platform for the student, and not only student, I'm talking about those are pass out from 2012, 10, or maybe they are working in an industry. Now the every college, they are sharing certificate. So it's a time for the working people also, they can update themselves. Time for the housewife also, he or she can work, can update herself. And officially it's a fun even then we saw on the University of WhatsApp, University of Facebook, many men become a cook. Either whatever the reason behind it. So again, I wish so many videos are developed by the experts, by the people, by the teachers, and they have to keep in their mind what is the strength, what is the capacity of acceptability of their learner. Acceptability of learner is very important. If we throw the flood of information, and every flood is harmful. Already Dr. Poonam told, huge information is again harmful. Yes, we have to develop some schedule, so give them some time to understand. It doesn't mean that we throw the any new technology and we expect within one day, yes, he or she can able to accept it. I saw so many, my senior people are here, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, I'm able to see them. Then I saw Naresh Kumarji. So they have to be a sometime, even then I am sometime have a struggle if I go. Same thing with some of you also. But suddenly it's change, and change with the situation, change of technology, it is the requirement now. And every necessity is the mother of invention. So not too much time, I just waiting for the plenty of questions from all of you, so that what we are doing back of the stage to giving the new platform, new education system to all of you. I am waiting for your again questions. And one thing which I provoke that health, our first priority is the health, and what everybody can be explain the health is at start for home. We must stay at a home, and definitely second E is the eat healthy, and third is the avoid outing. Everybody knows, but just I make the health in a different proverb, and then learn what we can learn with our available resources, and then think positive, which is very important. उम्मीद के सारे हम वर्षों तक जिंदा रहते हैं. समटाइम पानी ना मिले, खाना ना मिले, बट उम्मीद हमें बहुत आगे तक जिंदा रखती है. We can say the think positive and help to country to stay home. It's a full form of the health, which is very important for all of us. And thank you for Gaurav Kumar Jain ji. So over to you for this closing remark, and we are waiting plenty of question and answer.
Very well said, Devender ji. We have to be positive in this time at least. It's very important to be positive. Without being positive, it's going to be tough for us to cross this situation of COVID-19. With all the disruption around us in terms of money, in terms of resources, in terms of our lifestyle, that has been changed drastically. So with this, I would like to open the session for any question and answers in case someone would like to ask a question. So now I have one question that I have asked you earlier to both of you.
Yeah.
As you know, the things going to be changing from offline to online, right? Moving forward, how you feel that the education system, the current education system we have, is going to be exactly the same once everything is going to be online? You know, there's a human touch. You have a contact with your teacher. It's very easy to understand each other, student and teacher, for both of them. once we'll shift the system to online, as Poonam ji has said, कहीं भी पढ़ लो और कहीं भी पढ़ लो, क्या भी पढ़ लो, कुछ भी पढ़ लो. As a way you keep on doing all the semesters, you keep on moving ahead, right? It can be anytime, anywhere. With this, how you think the things gonna be changing?
Yeah.
So please.
Yeah. So, Gaurav, I would like to say that, as you said, will things get back to the same as they were before? We don't know. As I said, things are so uncertain at the moment. And we also, our long experience teaches us that once a certain change comes, it is not easy to go back in reverse gear. So now that this online thing has caught on in a big way, then perhaps we can take the benefits of this, we can take the best aspects of this and combine it with face-to-face education. Like one observation which we had, we conducted a few webinars with our students, and we found that the attendance, online attendance, sometimes is better than it used to be in the classroom.
Offline.
Why? Because so many students found it, much more convenient to attend the class from their home rather than taking all the trouble to come to the university and, travel long distances. So with these expanding distances, I think online mode of lectures may be very useful for students even when things get back to normal. And as I said, the blended system seems to be the best because then if there are students who want to clarify doubts, who want to have face-to-face interaction, maybe those can also be accommodated. We can have meetings in large rooms where with proper spacing, we can be face-to-face and yet maintain social distancing. So somewhere we will have to take the best out of both systems. And one more thing that we will have to keep in mind is looking after the mental health of our students. Isolation, sometimes being confined to home, can become very disturbing for some people, especially people who are used to going out all the time, people who are very extroverted, meeting people, and so on. So being at home, being confined to the home may create boredom, may create restlessness, at a higher level may create frustration or even depression and anxiety. Again, what we have done in Shobit University, I would like to share with you. I have started our Center for Psychology has started a psychological helpline. We call it the COVID-19 Psychological Telephone Helpline. So it is a telephone helpline. If you like, I can share the number with you.
And that would be good for everyone. I think so. Everyone needed this point of time.
Yeah. So I'll share the number, and any student who feels, or even somebody who's not a student but feels that he's in need of some help, need of some support, want to talk things over, the helpline is open for them and they can seek psychological support if they are feeling disturbed. So these little things we will have to keep on adopting and integrating into our education system. So as I see it, our education system is definitely set for a change. And maybe that change will be for the better in coming times. We will perhaps blend the good points of both face-to-face education and online education. And see that, because you see, part of our problem was long distances of traveling, traffic congestion, traffic jams, pollution. So perhaps if many people stay at home and do their work or study, it may be better for the planet Earth. In fact, we are already seeing this change in the workplace, and it is projected that in the coming times, a number of organizations may have part of their workforce working from home, or every individual some of the days will work from home, some of the days will come to the office. The benefit of that will be that the people will be able to make do with smaller office space. So whereas if you are having 100 people, you need space for 100 people. But if 50% of your people are working from home part of the time, then you need only space for 50 people at a time. So you can get along with smaller office space, less overhead charges, less electricity expenditure, less expenditure on ACs and all of that. Less expenditure on transport, people traveling long distances to their workplace. And so all these things, as time goes by, we will have to crystallize, we will have to, distill the essence of each of these practices. We will have to see what works in the long run, what doesn't work, we drop, what works, we adopt. So as long as we have that flexible attitude, I think we can be very optimistic about the future of education. And one more thing I would like to add, that in the coming times, as we see that there might be an economic slowdown, as I said, people may be losing their jobs. Many people have already lost jobs. So what are the kind of people who are going to survive? So we need to sensitize our students that only the best will survive. That is the law of the world, that the survival of the fittest. So any student who wants a job or wants to hold a job will have to prove his worth, which means our students will need to get sincere about acquiring real skills and real knowledge. It is not just about having a paper qualification, okay, I got a BA degree or I got a BTech degree or I have a MBA degree. No, just a mere paper degree may not be enough. Only those will be employed and those will retain their employment who actually have the knowledge and the skills and the sincerity. These three facts will be vital. They must have knowledge about their subject, their field of study, their field of work, the theoretical knowledge. They must have the skill to apply that knowledge, to do it in practical form, whatever is required to be done, and to be sincere and hardworking in their approach. Without these three vital factors, it will be difficult for people to find a job or sustain a job. So this is something, so this kind of, as one of the speaker was saying about ethical values. So we will need to instill these ethical values in our students, and that is where I think the schools will play a major role. Because these values need to be instilled from childhood. It's easy to instill them in childhood rather than in adulthood. So schools will need to focus on ethical values, on moral education, ethical education, so that children understand that success just does not drop down from the sky. It is not a matter of luck or chance. Success comes through dint of sheer hard work. So we will need to instill those values right from the beginning so that our students become employable, they become good workers, they become sincere workers, and that's how the economy, if there is an economic downturn, we will need all these skills to again bring ourselves back to former levels or even better levels. So any other question? If there's any question, I would like to take that.
Yeah, we do have one question from the audience. It's from Shubhra. I'm going to unmute her so she can ask the question. Shubhra, are you there?
Hi, good evening everyone. I am Mrs. Shubhra Awasthi from CVPS, City Vocational Public School. There's a question that we are conducting online sessions, live sessions, as well as we are giving online videos are being sent, the matter is being forwarded, teachers doing all good activities, but the screen time has drastically increased, which is very, threatening. So how to monitor and what should be the ideal screen time for school students, if there's an advice about that? Because enthusiastically, teachers sometimes overdo it, and then the health issues are now showing up. Health issues, psychological issues.
I would suggest that yes, we do need to limit screen time. We cannot expect our children to be in front of a screen for 6 hours or even more. So I think this is easily done in the schools, because in schools the textbooks are already there and children have their textbooks. So the on-screen lectures, the screen lectures can be just to elaborate. So the children can be assigned that okay, they have to read this particular chapter or so many pages of this chapter and mark any difficulties that they have in that. And then the online session can be about clarification of those doubts and clarification of difficulties. As I said, that we can send the lectures, and even in higher education, we can do that. Children have their books, they have their textbooks, but at the same time, if additional notes can be sent, I think, okay, online delivery is one mode. Lectures can also be sent by courier if that is feasible. So they have the printed material before them, and the explanation part, the elaboration part can be done through video lectures or through meetings or through webinars. So we should not expect that all the content will be taken by the students online. We may have to have a blended system there also, combining the textbooks and combining printed material with online material. Of course, there are, if somebody wants to go online, then there are sites which are offering so many e-books and e-journals free of cost. And children can download that content from the e-book, from the e-journals and so on. Screen time cannot be unlimited. We will need to limit that and combine it with other modalities.
Thank you, ma'am.
So now
Hello.
we have
Hello. May I speak? Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please
Yes.
go ahead.
Mrs. Dr. Poonam, may I speak?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, actually, I'm from IP University. I'm the director principal in a college, and I'm finding a problem that students are really feeling a problem in giving their examination online, or that way we are hearing they're facing a problem. So how this problem will be sorted out? No?
See, what I can suggest right now is that rather than having the final exam online, we can begin with some practice exams. So again, whenever, as I said, whenever a new system comes in, then
Yeah.
it takes some time for everyone to get adapted and adjusted to it.
Yeah.
There may be glitches, there may be problems, that is understandable. But as things, as people become more savvy, as they get more used to it, it may become quite simple for them. So maybe we can begin by having some online tests which are not contributing towards the final examination, but they are just there for the plus point, what are the minus points, where we need to modify something. So that is one. Another thing is, if you find that online is not possible, then again we may need to go for physical examination, but again doing it through social distancing, like having a large auditorium where students are sitting far apart from each other, not close together, so that a certain amount of social distancing is maintained and physical examinations may be done. So again, it is there has to be a lot of trial and error. There has to be a lot of adaptation and modification, and we have to be ready to face some technical difficulties also. But as we keep on doing it, I think we will keep finding better ways of conducting the examinations and so on.
So
One thing
now
I
we
wish
do
to
have-
add, yeah,
Please go
I
ahead.
wish to add this question for the higher education. I think 2006-7 we used this kind of examination of books. Especially, I'm talking for the management program. I'm talking the year of 2005, 2006, 2007 when I was working with the IP University also. On that time, we find one solution for distance education program. I was responsible for the distance education, so that we develop a system, companion website with the help of companion website where we had a multiple choice question. Their student have to click on the answer, and one section to create an interest boy and girl, 11, 12 class students and graduate. PUBG they can play all of the night. So we can't stop this young generation. Just make it very interesting. It is our duty. once we feel that this is the important, because ultimately social distancing, we are receiving so many mails from parents, we don't want to send our ward to the placement any other state. So plenty of things are, because their first worry again health for themselves and for their kids. So now the times comes real Satyug. Innovative people will be ruled and honest people will be survived, because each and everything we catch by the third eye, we can say camera, everything can be catchable. In easy says high, so high people can be work very effectively. And more thing I added in a golden opportunity in education sector now in perspective of the student. Today, most of the college, even then, if I'm talking about the MIT, the plenty of foreign universities are connecting with us for the tie-up. They are offering our courses and we are offering their courses. Number of students will get the plenty of opportunity to learn technology, not and very economical cost, which is the first dream of every country or every parent's. Economical education system is coming now. And same thing, our teachers can teach anywhere in the world if they wish to, they will to be updated themselves, because it is a teachers and an opportunity. The students, if they are broad mind, they are ready to learn. This thing I just wish to add it on this session. Yes, over to Gaurav ji.
Yeah, we do
I
have
have a friend.
concern. We do have few more concern from the parent perspective. Is what about the concentration? How you can check the seriousness of the students, whether he's been concentrating to all the online lectures that you've been giving throughout the sessions. So it's very important and very relevant in terms of parents. How can parents be assured that the student is doing the right thing on the net? So your views, Dr. Dev.
Because we are running on classes on Google Classroom. The Google Classroom have a plenty of option now. Now Google Grid, we can see to each other. Now we can see our students also. So check is each and every second is possible now, which is not possible in our face-to-face classes. So every time teacher throw the one assignment and immediately they ask. Recently, we are organized the examination, sessional examination. We give him a question and give him a time. For example, if the time of completion of the question is 10 minutes, we give them a 15 to 20 minutes. We throw the question and ask immediately, they have to submit their assignment on the Google Classroom. So every day Google Classroom, and we as a dean, we are controlling and supervising through their WhatsApp group. Anyone can be who have authority to enter in a classroom now. Now this time it is very easy to, I can supervise more than 10 classes in a time. Immediately, if there's a need of knocking someone, we can knock. So controlling is going good. Yeah, ultimate the comeback will. If the parent point of view, then parent can check themselves. See, they cannot check once they were in a college or school. At least they are paying a fees. They are worried for their career. So at least parent had take some responsibility. Or maybe the danda yantra is work at a parent. Now teacher cannot use danda. so this is some responsibility comes to parent also.
So now we have one more question from Mr. Amit Arora is being raised the hand long time ago. So Mr. Amit, are you with us? You can. Mr. Amit Arora.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. First of all, thank you to Gaurav sir for hosting this type of meeting for us. And the second one, Dev sir and Poonam ma'am. Very good evening to all. Very good evening to you both. Ma'am, actually I have a ma'am and sir, and actually I have no question, but I just want to express and just I want to share my experience of the Zoom class that are online classes we are teaching. I Amit Arora, assistant professor in BIT group of institution in management department, in MBA department. Actually, I'm taking the human values classes on through online lectures. The students are taking much interest of human values classes in Zoom app. I just want to ask one thing, that some students are complaining that they are not connect with me. Some students are complaining that they are connected with me with half an hour, with 40 minutes, with 45 minutes. So I think there is a limit. I'm in dilemma situation. There is a limit of 40 minutes lectures. We can take only 40 minutes lectures there, or any extra limit is there. And the second thing is that some students are saying there is a hacking problem, so we can't use Zoom app. So there is any other app to taking online lectures, or there is only one thing is that?
I got your point, Amit. I think so. Probably I can answer your thing. Zoom is bit secure. You can have an option to register them first. You have an option to first sign in them, and then you can arrange a meeting. Zoom meeting can be extended, but that's a paid subscription, right? And that's a very nominal fees of 1,500 or 2,000 around.
Sir, pardon please.
I have a question, because one of my friends needs help because of the coronavirus. You know, one of my friends is in risk.
So, Amit, let me answer your question.
I had another question about the duration of the meeting. I would like to answer that. Amit, you wanted to know about the duration. Now, when we are talking about these lectures, you see, there's a psychological fact which is called span of attention.
Yes.
Span of attention means that our mind is able to focus on something for a limited duration of time.
Dimple, you can ask your question.
Okay. So, as we know that most universities around the world have been shifted from face-to-face teaching to be online learning, based on your experience, what are the best ways to enhance students' learning by online teaching? What are the alternative methods to access students' understanding? This question goes to Dr. Poonam ma'am.
Okay, so if we want to check the understanding of the students, I think one way of doing that is, apart from whatever we are teaching, we will have to look at the question papers that we are designing. We will need to design application-based question papers, so that when the student is answering those questions, we are able to understand, to know whether he has really understood the concept and is he able to apply them. You see, normally when we make question papers, we are only checking his theoretical knowledge. So whatever he has learned or mugged up, he is able to reproduce in the question paper, which is fine. That is one level of learning. But beyond that, we have to go to the level of application. And when we go to the level of application, then our questions should also be designed that we give a particular situation to our student, and then we see what is his response, how he reacts to that particular situation. So, like in management education, we have case studies where the student is able to study the situation and apply his knowledge to find a solution. So these are the so one way of checking understanding is through the design of the question paper. Another thing that we need to do to ensure that the student understands what he's doing, that is project-based learning. And again, I would like to share that in our university, in Shobit University, we have been doing this. We assign projects to students where they are required to apply whatever they have learned. They are required to do something, collect some data, perform something, and then submit a report on that. So in that process, when he's actually doing or carrying out that project, the understanding is per necessity the understanding deepens. So we will have to modify our teaching strategies, and we will have to modify our assessment strategies to enhance and check the understanding of students.
So next question will go for Mr. Amit Singhal. He's been raising hand for a long time. Mr. Amit, you can ask your question.
Yeah, hi, good evening everyone. I am Amit Singhal from Nilkant Group of Institution. I want to ask sir that a major chunk of students belong to a rural background and they have a problem of networking and all. When we are conducting the online classes, the student face a lot of problems because mostly students don't have an Android phone, etc. Then how we can conduct the online classes for all students?
अमित जी,
हेलो,
ये तो प्रॉब्लम आपका जो दिल्ली में जहाँ 5G भी आता है वहाँ भी है।
तो देवेंद्र जी, मैं भी इसका थोड़ा सा आंसर देना चाहूंगा। अमित जी,
हम लोग तो एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं।
It's a big problem.
Yes. Who want to answer? Yeah. Shall I continue?
That is, Devenji, you can continue. What I would say is that it's a real problem, no doubt.
No, that's how. Yes. But I face, I have a special pass for me. Then one student continue complaining about their network issue. So somehow we got the opportunity to visit this village, and he is playing a video, PUBG, each and everything. So ultimately, I'm talking about the will. Even then, there we got a very good network rather than in the main city of the Meerut. So see, brother, problem is everywhere. There is a organizational behavior, 3 sentence: forming, storming, and norming. You start any good thing, so many people are ready to throw plenty of excuses. See, we can focus to work with the honest 70 to 80% people. 10, 20, 30% people everywhere in the world, they have create a problem, and they are always sharp our mind. So they're like a shark in our life. There is a Japanese story, if you listen that, कि जापानी को फ्रेश फिश का बड़ा शौक है, पर फ्रेश फिश उन्हें कितना भी बड़े से बड़ा पानी का कंटेनर लाके मार्केट में दे दो, नहीं मिलती। तो साइकोलॉजिस्ट डॉक्टर पूनम साइकोलॉजिस्ट ने चेक किया कि समुद्र में फिशें फ्रेश इसलिए रहती है, उनके पीछे शार्क लगी रहती है। दे आर रनिंग एवरी टाइम, बी एक्टिव देयर माइंड। सो वंस दे ब्रिंग दैट फ्रेश फिश, वो बड़ा सा टप उनका एक्वेरियम, उसमें उन्होंने शार्क छोड़ दी। फिर पूछा कस्टमर से, यस, बोले हाँ अब फ्रेश है। सो शार्क हमेशा लगी रहेगी पीछे, तो वो स्टूडेंट सब पढ़ेंगे। देखो, सबके पास जिसने प्रोफेशनल कोर्स में एडमिशन लिया है, he knows what is the cost of professional course. It is not a joke. दिल्ली में फोन रखते हैं, you saw that. तो इसमें देखो एक्सक्यूज का कोई एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है। टेलीफोनिक लोगों ने बात की है, जो सीरियस होते हैं वो अपना सॉल्यूशन ढूंढ लेते हैं, और आप और हम लोग को सीरियस, ऑनेस्ट और इनोवेटिव लोगों के लिए ही काम करना है। हम तो नॉर्मली बोलते हैं, अगर 1000 स्टूडेंट का हम सेशन ले रहे हैं और उसमें से एक भी सक्सेस हुआ, हमारा 1 साल सक्सेस हुआ। 25 साल के करियर में 25 सक्सेस कर लिए, इट्स गुड, इट्स अ प्रैक्टिकल। सो थिंक फॉर द इनोवेटिव एंड ऑनेस्ट पीपल।
I would like to add, Mr. Amit, Government of India is also working on its own fiber optic network. Probably it's going to be having in pan-India network connectivity on fiber optics, and its roadmap is being finalized, and the work will start within few months. We will see the connectivity, 5G connectivity probably in every village. BSNL would be giving this 5G facility.
Our infrastructure investment.
Along with a few days back, I have seen a news channel on which a teacher in a rural village was on the tree. He made a ramp on a tree and he was teaching from there because network signal is getting higher there. So it's about the will, how you want to conceive it. Right. Now the next question we'll have is from Ms. Monica Suri. Monica ji, you can ask the question.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Your voice is quite
Hello.
shaky. Yeah, please go ahead. Please ask your question.
Hello? Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so this is Dr. Monica Suri from Oro University, Surat. I'm heading School of Business in Oro University, and I was just listening to the conversation and joined in between, and I thought that I missed on to some very important discussions and deliberations that you made, because I was having a parallel webinar going on.
But I just want to, sir, understand, like as at Oro University, we are coming up with live virtual simulations for the students. And this is in the best interest of students wherein we are facing the connectivity issues, maybe intentionally or maybe out of their will or whatever we say. But we have seen that when we are giving them problems and simulations with respect to the current COVID-19 situation as industry professionals with respect to various sectors, I think they are coming well, if very effectively in those simulations. And we also involve this as a teaching pedagogy, very effectively working for our students. So I think I may suggest one teaching pedagogy like simulations that we have through IMA BizLab also. But if you want, we can also share some of the simulations, virtual simulations for the parent institutions and other institutions wherever we are facing such kind of problems as knowledge sharing. And my one question to all of you is like, may I know that how we can actually retain with the mentor-mentee relationship on virtual platforms? Because when we are face-to-face and we are doing the mentoring process effectively, so now we are on social distancing, but not on emotional distancing from each other. But I feel that there are still some needy students who need us. And maybe because of genuine technical problems and connectivity issues, we are not able to reach to them. So I would like to understand from the intellectual speakers here on the webinar that how we can enhance and strengthen the mentor-mentee relationship at this point in time of COVID-19. Because whatever we are going to do for our students in this critical time will be remembered by them throughout their life. This is what I personally feel. So anyone may answer to my question. I would love to hear from you and learn from you on this. Yeah.
See, what I can say in this is the technology need not be a barrier to the mentor-mentee relationship. In fact, nowadays even psychologists are carrying out psychological counseling sessions on Skype or through video calls and so on. So a mentor, supposing one teacher as a mentor has a group of 5 or 6 students who are his mentees, one-to-one he can be in touch with them on the phone, on WhatsApp, through video calls or through video conferencing or Skype. So that way technology has brought us so many facilities, and we need to just make use of these facilities. So of course face-to-face contact is very good for psychological counseling and for mentoring. But in the absence of face-to-face contact, there are all these platforms which can be used, and they can be almost equally effective. That's what I would like to emphasize. They can be almost equally effective. So,
okay, thank you. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you.
Yeah. In addition,
So Dr. Dev, you comment on the same?
Yeah. In addition to Monica, because mentor-mentee system is very good and it is so long back it is in the practice. See, if some students are continue absent, they are not picking a call. Earlier time we send a letter to their home. So those are present either on virtual or either on face-to-face. Only mentee can help them. Second, very well said you that business simulation lab, and we are in a Meerut and the first in the Western UP that we had this All India Management Simulation Lab, and continue we are conducting the session on it. So this is the first time in India, and earlier SAP ERP BizLab is also there. So All India Management Association is continue spread their wings, and we are so lucky that MIT have this one, and that's a big achievement for India. So they can work in any multinational company in the world, very effective.
I
saw that.
IMA setup. We also have IMA BizLab setup, and we are finding it very effective for students. And on the basis of that simulation only, we have created some virtual simulations for our students. So that's why I'm saying that with respect to COVID-19 situation, with respect to product development and advertising, we have given them some interesting projects, live projects. And I think they're doing it effectively. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think so. With this, we have now time to conclude this session. Is there any one last question? We can go for it. I think so. Let's call for the day. A heartfelt thank to Dr. Poonam and Dr. Dev Arora for joining us on this session. It's been tremendous of knowledge that we've been thinking about this COVID situation and beyond COVID, how the education system will change in and around us. Along with this, it's very important for us to understand the perspective of the education. In the long run, it's very important as a human being to understand the relation between a teacher as well as a student. We have to communicate this to the society. Along with it, there are many things that's going in around. There's a major shift in the education system, right? So having said that, as Dr. Poonam and Dr. Dev has said, this is a phase. We have to adapt this phase. We have to change it with this same pace. If we do not change, probably we'll be behind all others. So it's very important for us to understand the need of art. Once we cope with this situation, probably things gonna be drastically changing. With this, probably we have more simulation, more artificial intelligence working on the background to make the concept clear to the students, right? It could be have a uniform platform. It would be have a uniform teaching throughout the globe. We are shifting to something like that. There would be no mismatch in the teaching of concepts. There would not be mismatch in any kind of curriculum mismatch or a thought process or the way the thing's gonna be derived out. So I think so it's been a wonderful session. A heartfelt thank to Dr. Poonam Devdutt for joining us, and heartfelt thank to Dr. Dev Arora, and especially the audience who have come up here to listen to both of you. It's been phenomenal. We have seen something around 65 people touching the webinar today. So with this, I would like to thank you all for coming and joining us. Thank you once again. Be safe, stay at home. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Gaurav, one thing I shared that with the help of Meerut Management Association and All India Management Association, every Thursday we are conducting the free session for each and every member of the Management Association on a business simulation. So this information can be spread to everyone every Thursday 3 p.m. We are doing that. Thank you all for the patience. Thank you very much.
Thank
you everyone
for the session, and I have put the helpline. Can spread this with their students, and students can seek help. And it was
Yes, Dr. Poonam, it is very helpful nowadays. Very helpful. We are
I
receiving
have
plenty
received
of
the
calls from parents.
helpline number. It's on the chat. I can share the number. Anyone to write it
Yeah.
down, you can write it down. It's 9837159564. That's for Shobit University COVID-19 Psychological Help Desk. It's been wonderful. You might be aware of the fact in the USA there are a lot many people facing depression. With these online classes, I don't know what's gonna be the game changer in terms of depression, whether it's gonna increase or it will increase the loneliness of student or the parents. I don't know how things gonna be. Probably you'll be in the psychiatrist and psychologically.
Gaurav, can you repeat the number again? 98?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. It's 9837159564.
7-1.
Yes. 15. 15.
Okay, I'll repeat the number.
Please.
98371599564.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
It's also there in the
Thank
chat
you.
window. You can write down from chat
Yeah,
window.
it's on the chat.
So with this, I would like to thank you once again for all joining us.
Thank
Have a
you
good
for
day.
everyone.
Be
It was
safe.
great.
Stay home.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Be happy, safe. Use sanitizer everywhere.
Definitely.
Good measures for health.
Have a great day. Bye bye.
Great.